Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And welcome to today's video. I am setting up my Christmas planner in this video, and I'm also doing some daily planning and setting up my fasting insert. So just kind of playing around in my planner overall. So if that interests you, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay updated on all things new. And let's chill out together, y'all. So I am laughing at this first portion of the video inside because lo and behold, I was going to be hit by a storm just as I was writing that I needed to watch my kids to make sure they weren't getting sick. My kids got sick. Well, my son was kind of already on the tail end of his. He secretly got sick. It was a stomach bug. And because I'm still breastfeeding him, his symptoms weren't like your telltale signs because he's still breastfeeding. So they were just kind of like, oh, he must just not have liked something that he ate. But my daughter, on the other hand, yeah, last night was nuts. It was nuts. So I'm just sitting here all calm filming. I'm like, oh, and I'm going to do the Advent early in the morning. I might actually film the Advent tonight. And no, oh, last night was such a sad, sad story. But because we already had a stomach bug, it was not anywhere as bad. My sister, bless her heart, she got it too. So we were all just kind of like out of it. Now she's back in her home state and whatnot. We miss her dearly. But yeah, we all got sick. Look, we all got sick, except my husband and myself for that matter. I had little symptoms, mainly exhaustion. And I'm actually so thankful. I'm just like, Lord, thank you so much because you kept me strong to care for my kids. And on top of that, I only was sleepy and I was still able to take care of the house. And the sickness is essentially out of the house now. I've been deep cleaning all day and I have a little bit more to clean tomorrow. And I feel perfectly fine, if not better than I did yesterday, because I think you could hear it in some of my voiceovers for the previous 2 videos that I was getting sick. I just don't think I knew it. I was just like, oh, I'm just sleepy. But yeah, so I'm on the rise now, but I'm excited because I'm going to be doing some gaming and not working. But this Christmas planner is just so stinking cute. The insert, excuse me, I'm using the insert version. The insert and planner come together, so it really is up to you what you choose to do if you purchase. I am running a sale as of right now. I think it's over tomorrow on Saturday. So if you have not gotten your goodies, I highly recommend that you snag yours because these are some amazing helpers for the holidays coming up. I'm just so excited. Let's dismiss that. My daughter does not have her tablet right now, but yeah, anyways, so if you want to catch these awesome sales, I definitely recommend it. I don't run sales as often as I used to, and I noticed that, but I think the reason why, and it's not to be mean at all, like I'm not like, oh, I'm just not going to run sales. Sometimes I forget. I will mark it and then I will forget it. Oftentimes too, I'm like, well, they have the coupon code, but I forget there's other customers sometimes other than just my usual my Patreon and my Discord peeps. I try to really treat them extra special. So they get super nice coupon codes every single month. But yeah, so I'm going to try and run some more sales, maybe end of the month sales or something like that. Because trust me, I know it's expensive to live these days. So yeah, I will run another Christmas sale soon. We did the first unboxing of the Advent calendar today, and I was so ticked because the first Advent calendar, the quality of that first sticker got messed up in translation. And it's so interesting. A lot of people, we don't really talk, like creators, we don't really talk about the process of like what it looks like moving from your computer, if you're designing on your computer, to a device, because the quality can drop sometimes. And you don't see it until you zoom in. And so I was organizing things and, just doing stuff and getting things nice and ordered. And I noticed, I was like, when I unboxed and I zoomed in, I said, I opened my computer. Mind you, we're all sick. I opened my computer and I went and I fixed that thing. I just had to take the verse off, that paragraph verse. Now you can still use it. It is in the Advent calendar. But I did create one where it's just the verse name instead of the actual verse itself for quality purposes, which you will see me use it today in this video as well. I did do a freebie for the ladies, which I am going to end up using in this video also. So I'm really excited about it because it's so stinking pretty. And I got a new mat. So that's the thing. I started out today. I went to the store and I had so much fun. I was getting things to set up my desk for the Advent because last year I did the calendar. I mean, not the calendar, the candle Advent. And so this year I wanted to do the little house with the countdown on it and everything. And I got home just to find out that my son was kind of sick. And then, like I said, the evening, my daughter actually really, really got sick. But she's such a trooper, I tell you. She was just talking. She was like, I guess I wasn't finished, Mom. Like, she just had such a positive attitude. And I know, like, God's light was with her, and it helped with the healing process. Truly, your attitude and the way that you approach things in life do affect the way that you go through them. Like, either you can be a Debbie Downer or you can be joyful because the Lord is good, right? Yes, you're going to be sad. You can't fake the funk, but you can choose to find joy in what the Lord gives us, right? Which is life and just salvation and his promise and his word. It's just so wonderful. So it's good to kind of meditate on those things instead. So moving on into device talk. I have had a few comments asking me about my Samsung tablet and if I'm just doing iPad content. I'm not doing iPad content. I'm just planning in my planner at this point. I don't really go over too much of the apps. I just did a brief little comparison, I think, or thought process on GoodNote 6 because I honestly was trying to see for myself if I was going to purchase it for my stickers and whatnot. And so I did. But as you see, I literally just use it for my stickers. It's functioning in the same way that Samsung Notes did for me on my other tablet. So yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just planning content. I'm not, like, look at this new feature that I can do on I'm doing the same stuff that I did on my Samsung tablet on here. The only thing that's different is I can add my events and stuff directly from Zoomnotes. Now, there's no other app on the iPad that allows you to do that. And I know people are adding shortcuts into their planners, but you can't even compare it to this app. This app, you can do it in any planner and you don't have to hold down any buttons, and it does sync automatically to your events without you having to pop up any other app. It doesn't open up another app or anything like that, which is what I love so much about Zoomnotes. It's why I gave up my Samsung tablet. Otherwise, I would still probably be fighting trying to make that thing work. I did see one of my ladies sent me an app that is on the Samsung tablet that I do want to keep my eye out for because it does look promising. But this far into the game, if I'm being very honest with you all, promising versus a functioning app, it's not a toss-up for me anymore because I really, really need to be able to just plan. Like, I cannot fuss with apps and whether or not they're going to work. Like, I don't have the time for that. I'm homeschooling. I'm running this business. I'm doing so much more with my word. I want to spend more time with the Lord. I'm working out a whole lot more at the gym, taking better care of my health. Like, there's just so much more that I need to be doing, and I don't want to get so caught up in apps because that's what was happening, and I've told you all 1,000 times over, but it can get distracting. Also, I've been gaming on my free time as well, which has taken up a good amount of my time. So I've really just enjoyed using Zoomnotes. It was my it was my favorite app in the beginning, and it still reigns supreme in my mind. I love using it. It's just so convenient for me. As you guys see me planning right now, I'm just having a good time. And it's been a long time since I've sat for as long as I am right now planning like this. It's so awesome. So stinking awesome. Yeah, you guys are gonna watch me misspell gyms. I was so tired. I kept trying to spell it like gym, like you go to the gym. But then I realized, I'm like, Daisha, no, gyms, like gyms. I'm trying to plan out my gaming game plan because the visit from my sister and her husband, and then of course the kids getting sick, has thrown off my plans for my games. I like to have my games decorated for the holiday that we're going into at least before the transition. I think in Animal Crossing I still have a good amount of time because I did start gathering things, but I'm trying to finish Happy Home Paradise so I can decorate my people's houses too. So that's kind of where I'm like, I'm a little bit behind. And then with Disney Dreamlight Valley, I'm extra behind because it takes a lot of materials to make Christmas trees, and I did not know that. So I'm a little bit in rush mode basically. But yes, this daily view has become very popular. I think it's probably one of my favorite daily views I've ever done. I am going to add it into the shop, and it was asked of me. I know, Brona, I hear you that you want one for via A5. Give me a minute to have my break, and when I come back, I will do an A5 version of this view because it's the bee's knees, y'all. It's that girl. Like, it's that kind of view where you can use it consecutively. And if you've been with me for a long time, then you know the planned and accomplished is my favorite because you can just make a long list of all the things you need to do for the full week. And then as it goes through, you just move the things that you've done over to the accomplished side. So when you go to copy and paste your list, you can just copy the things that aren't accomplished, which I love. But it only really works if you're doing daily planning. I don't know that this would work as smoothly for weekly because then you don't move your list around. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So this is me closing up that day view. And this is the planned and accomplished view right here. So these are the things that I got done semi, and I'm still going to move this entire list over into the next day because I still need to do laundry. I still need to monitor my kids to make sure that they are 100% and that I don't need to get anything from the store. I may go to the gym tomorrow. It depends. I'm trying to refrain. I'm not sure. I don't have any symptoms, but that doesn't mean I'm not carrying the bug. I don't want to get anybody sick at the gym. So if I'm not feeling 100%, then I will not go and I will just work out from home. So because I'm feeling fine. So I know I can work out. I just don't want to get people sick. You know, common courtesy, y'all. And so I'm moving that list over to tomorrow. That's why I love this daily view so much because you're not having to plan for as long as you may think you might have to. I feel like it takes longer to do the weekly view for me because I'm trying to think of like the whole entire week. Whereas a day view, I'm just thinking of the day and I'm copying and pasting whatever I don't finish to that next day, which is just convenient as a mug. I don't know. That's just me though. Now, for the day one of the other advent calendar, this was the freebie, by the way, for the Discord, which, I mean, it's beautiful, so I have to use it today. But the advent for the other one is so exciting because the rest of this advent, for the Etsy advent, the pink one, it's going to build up that product to be a finished product because I am going to start the Genesis Bible studies again. My foot is down. I'm doing it. I literally made an entire product so I can hold myself accountable to doing this because the excuses are many, but the time I have is definitely going to be the same. So I have to go ahead and just get it done. I have to get it done. So I went ahead and made a product that would make it fun for all of us to continue those studies and whatnot. And then, I'm just adding stickers here or there because they're cute. It does not correlate with my tasks for the day, but it's cute. You just can't complain. I'm grabbing this list, this list from my daily tasks. Once again, this is another function of this daily page I love because you can just move whatever you're trying to do daily to that next day. And it doesn't matter if you finish it or not because you're going to move it to that next day, which I really, 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 really like. Like I said, this daily view is coming along with us. And I can't believe it's dethroning my other favorite daily view that you guys have seen me use 100 times. But I knew the moment that I put the numbers at the top with the days of the week, I knew. I was like, uh-oh, this one's going to dethrone the other one because I love this so much. I worked on this view for about 30 minutes, I believe. And then the weekly view, because I liked it so much, I pretty much modeled the weekly view after this view. And so, yeah, it's just the bomb.com, y'all. It's the bee's knees. It's the potatoes, potassium. I don't think potatoes have potassium. I was just trying to alliterate. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was so funny too. The other day I got a comment. Someone was telling me how to edit my videos for more views. And I was like, yeah, I know I could totally chop up my videos, put music behind it and whatnot, but that's just not who I am. I like to chit chat with you all because that's just what I've always done. Like, I really genuinely enjoy getting on here, updating you guys on little things here or there. I'm not that kind of channel, basically. So I didn't comment back, but I did, like, it reminded me of why I like to stand out and be different in the sense that I like to talk. Oh my gosh, so we're closing out this particular day view. I'm just going to mark that it's a rest day. I wanted to grab the color from the fireplace, that nice neutral color. And I'm filling it in, which is another thing that I love about this view so much. And then I'm marking what day it's going to be, and then the actual day. The date and the day is what I meant to say. I definitely said that backwards. So over here, I'm putting a little encouragement to myself and something to do. Because yeah, sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. Like today was supposed to be an off day, but it can't be an off day, right? Because I absolutely need to work on these last two videos, which is the Artful Agenda one and this one, and I need it to clean my house. So it just is what it is. But anyways, those two views from the box are stunning. I'm absolutely loving it. I will use a weekly view for next week, I promise, because I do want to try it out as well. And then we're moving over into the extras. So I'm just creating a link to take me to the scripture writing plan after I do this shift in my days for this month view. Because like I told you all, I anticipated on doing the activity with my kids. So that didn't work out because they got sick. So I'm going to have to move that down. And that's why I like these little bars, because you can do that on your schedule views that are like a list like that, or your day views, even if it's not the hourly, to put where you are in the day, because then you can kind of mark what you did or what you plan to do. It's just the bee's knees to me. That's just how I feel about it. So I like it. I love, love, love Zoomnotes, y'all. I'm so obsessed. Watching this back even, I feel the ease of this planning session, even though my daughter got sick yesterday, and this is me coming in today kind of filling in the blanks and fixing it and stuff. It's just so stinking convenient. I mean, this is how I used to feel before things got really weird with my Samsung tablet. And so it's just nice to like basically come back to a place of like woosah, like yes. It was so funny too. We were when my sister was over here, we did watch some of Anger Management. My sister ended up falling asleep, but Anger Management is not my favorite movie, but there is a scene that is one of my favorite scenes in any movie, and it's the breakfast scene when he's cooking the eggs, and oh my gosh, he asked him for over easy eggs, and the eggs were fried. And so when he tapped his fork into it or whatever, he threw the eggs across the kitchen and yelled, "I said over easy." And then he like calmly sits down and smiles and he goes, "Now why did I do that?" I love that scene. I love it too because the music playing in the background is just so jolly. So it's such a juxtaposition of like what's actually going on in that scene. But anyways, this is the fasting template that comes with the planner. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a link from this to that so that it's easier for me to get to it. I do try to fast once a month. And the reason why is because I've done it where in the past where I didn't do that and I just did it when I felt like it. And that wasn't helpful for me. I needed to fast monthly. And so I'm going to be doing the Ezra fast this month. Because I really do have a lot of things and whatnot that I need to be fasting for. Things that I'm asking for, problems that I need to be solved as far as family and just life in general. I think we're all getting a good dose of life right now. A good dose of it. It's hitting us, but God is so good. And it's times like these where he shows out the most. Because in the midst of this awful economy where people are literally losing their homes, if you're watching this from the comfort of your home, God is keeping you. And for me, that just, it's like, Lord, even in the midst of this, you have kept me covered. And even if I was on the street, I know you're still with me. It's just one of those things. It's a reminder of how blessed you are, even when you're feeling like you're not, when you're in distress and all of those things. And so, yes, we're all getting hit with it, but it is important to remember that you're still blessed. And so I'm just writing the books that I'm going to be studying, which will be Ezra and Numbers. I will be moving out of Leviticus very shortly here. I'm like at the very end. I think it's like 2 little thin pages left, which I'm so excited because I have been, it's been a roller coaster ride with Leviticus, trying to really understand and dive deep and all of the things. If you've read or ever read Leviticus, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, y'all, that was my plan with me. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check the description box, and I will chit chat with you all later. Bye.